Hi VC, this is Bev here again, and this is going to be part 4 of my Def Leppard collection, and we're going to be showing some vinyl today. But first, before I get into the vinyl, I got a packet in the mail yesterday, and before I go anywhere else, I'm just going to say that the package was On Through the Night on cassette. So I now have the completed 4 on cassette, because you would have seen the other cassettes that I had in part 1 of this mini series. So this came in the mail yesterday and it's in absolutely brilliant condition. It isn't, this is it's not the first press on this cassette. This is a newer cassette. This is a late 80s. I'm sure it's actually 1987. I looked on the sleeve inside, and the latest date I spotted was 1987, so I think this was a 1987 pressing. It's Vertigo, and it's not got the paper label, it's the whole thing's encased in the plastic. With this one, but I'm not overly fussed. It's in mint condition. The booklet or the card inlay is absolutely crisp. There's not even any wear where it folds. So, it's almost like it was out the shops practically. So you've got the track listing and a bit of note about who they want to thank. And on this side you've got the photo, which is on the back of the album. Again, it's in black and white on here from the first tour. That's Pete Willis. Steve's on the, I don't know if this is left or right looking at it from that way, but there you go. So I'm chuffed to have that as well. I've got everything on all formats, completely necessary. So there we have it. So that's the last of the tapes for the moment. That just came from eBay yesterday. Now we're going to go on to the singles now. Well, the 7 inches. This is the EP. I actually have 2 copies of this, and it's the yellow pressing. This is the second pressing. The first pressing was only 1,000, and it was on the red label, and it had the picture sleeve with the leopards, the phonogram or the phonograph, and on the back it had the band pictures, etc. So that's sold out, and if you want that nowadays, you're talking a lot of money to get one, right enough. So then along after that sold out, they pressed another 10,000 on the yellow label, which is these. And they just came in a generic plain sleeve. They didn't have the picture sleeve. So there's not a lot to look at, but I've gone through all these and I've got them all in these mini sleeves because I just want them obviously looked after. And both of these are in amazing condition. It's exactly the same as the red label, except it's yellow, and it's MSB001. I think the red label, I'm not sure if it had a different code number, and it's 33 1/3. This plays at, not 45. And you've got Riding to the Sun and Get Your Rocks Off on side A, and on side B you have the Overture. So that is the Def Leppard EP, second pressing. You can get these ones, they tend to go around, if they're a good copy, around about £20–25 nowadays. These go for. So there we have it, 2 of these from 1979. Then the first single, Wasted, I have two of these as well. So yeah, and one of them's in near mint condition. This one is beautiful condition. There's no marks or tears. This one has a wee bit more edge wear. This one's quite tight to get in, so try this one. Just thinking of time scales here. Yeah, so this is the newer or the better quality one. It's pretty crisp and clean. On the B side you've got Hello America, which is a different version from when they released Hello America as a single, which is the next single they released. This B side is a slightly different version. I think they re-recorded it. It's just on the silver Vertigo label with Wasted and Hello America. And that is 45. So there we have it. Then the next single released was Hello America. Two copies of this as well. Again, they're both in magnificent condition. There's barely a mark on either of them. Really good condition. So yeah, Hello America, and on the B side you have Good Morning Freedom, which is a pretty cool song actually. Once again, it's just the plain Vertigo label again. So that's two copies of that. The next song after that was Let It Go. I've actually, guess what, I've got two copies of this as well. Yeah, now this was the first copy I got, and there's a little bit of writing up here. I don't know, it's like 4 feet 10 inches it says up there. I don't know what that's all about. This one has got a little bit of ring wear just there, but apart from that it's in very good condition. The second copy I managed to land actually was, although it was open, it was still in the original shrink that it came in back in 1980. It feels a little bit dried up, the shrink. It's not constricting, it's not pulling or anything. So I've left it in it just for nostalgic reasons. And when this single was released, I think the first 10,000 copies came with a free patch that you would stitch onto your denim or leather jacket at the time. So just try and let that come out. So yeah, that was the patch that you put on your metal jackets. Because at this stage, you know, Def Leppard were classed as a hard rock metal band. They weren't kind of laughed at by the metal world in the way that they would be laughed at nowadays, that's for sure. So we Let It Go, and on the back is Switch 65, the amazing instrumental written by Mr. Clark. And this has a white vertical label, quite plain. Side B, Switch 625. So this came out in 1980. I'm very pleased that the majority of these singles I've managed to get a hold of, they're all in really good condition. Really good condition, so I'm very pleased about that. Let me just leave that sitting there. So that's the two copies of Let It Go. Next up is Bringing on the Heartbreak, the 7-inch, the UK 7-inch issue. This has an original price sticker of £1.30 on it. I did try and see if I could get that off, but I think if I try to take it off it'll damage the cover, so I'm just going to leave it. Another silver Vertigo label, and on the B side is Me and My Wine, and these are the 1981 releases. These are not the remixed 1984 versions with the keyboards. So chuffed to have that, because Bringing On My Heartbreak is one of my favourite songs. It's absolutely brilliant. And the next one, moving on to the Pyromania stuff, we have Photograph 7-inch single. And this is not the pop-up sleeve. There was a sleeve you could get where the camera popped out and then you could look through it and you'd see Marilyn Monroe through the lens, the viewfinder. I think John's got that one. Vinylizer John has that version. It can be quite expensive to land one these days, but I'm happy enough to have this one for now anyway. And on the back, side 2 was Bringing On the Heartbreak, and interestingly this probably would be the remixed version. Yeah, well this would be 1984, so I'm pretty sure. And once again, silver Vertigo, and there we have Bringing On the Heartbreak. So that's Photograph. Next single is Rock of Ages. This is fairly decent condition. This have a slight seam split, but on the whole, apart from that, it's excellent. So on the B side you have Action Not Words, pictures of the band members as well, and it is not surprisingly, it's another silver Vertigo sleeve. Next song was Too Late for Love. This was the next single that was released. And again, this is excellent condition. There's barely a mark on this either for its age. Just slight, very slight markings. Nothing that shows up. So there you have it again, band members. And the B-side was the song Foolin'. And silver Vertigo label. So there we have it. Just taking my time with these. That's it. There we go. The next one I have, yeah, this is Bringing On the Heartbreak. This is the USA version. Yeah, it's got printed in USA on the back. This is the US version from 1984, and you can tell right away it's the remixed versions with the keyboards. And the American sleeves have slightly, they have a lip here, which, you know, on the UK sleeves they don't. You have that little bit at the back, the little lip. So that's just an interesting variation. And this one is on the Mercury label. And it does have the centred part, so it can be played right away. On the B side of this one, you've got Me and My Wine, the remix version of that as well. And so if you have a 1984 pressing of High and Dry, you'll have these remixed 2 added on as bonus tracks. And the back cover of that, just advertising the 3 albums that were out at the time by the band. So that's that one. Next up, I have a bunch of Japanese promotional singles. This one is Photograph and Bringing on the Heartbreak. And they all come with Nippon phonogram sleeves. The Japanese ones, they just come with like a single sheet, which acts as your front cover, and you get a bit of information about the band here, and you have the lyrics in English to Photograph. The record itself is on a white promotional vertical label. It has the centre home Photograph, Bringing on the Heartbreak. So I'm delighted to have that. Again, the Japanese ones are pretty cool to have. They can also prove to be quite expensive as well to get a hold of. The next one up, another Japanese promotional. This is Rock of Ages, and it's backed with Billy's Got a Gun, which is fantastic as well. That's just got the white, plain white. Again, we just have the front sheet, and again that's some kind of promotional stamp, I think, as well there. And also, if you come across some of these, will have a promo sticky label on them as well. They don't all have that, but that symbol or that word kind of means it's a promo, right? And it'll be on another white label. Yes, it is. And so side 1, Rock of Ages. Side 2 is, what did I say it was? Billy's Got a Gun. There we have it. And again, as I say, it's just a plain white sleeve for this one. So that is Rock of Ages. Next promo from Japan is Foolin'. I love this one. Foolin' and Coming Under Fire's on the B-side. Absolutely magic. Love that song. It's one of my favourite songs on Pyromania. And they never played it live, which is a bit disappointing. I'd just love to have heard a live version of it. I just think it's a great song. But again, you have the front sheet, and again details and the track listing for Foolin'. Sorry, the lyrics for Foolin', I beg your pardon. Once more, we have Foolin' on the white label, and Coming Under Fire also on the white label. And again, they're in really good condition. There is a couple of them have a couple of marks, but nothing major at all. What's the poly sleeve thing is still in here. There we go. And last of this batch from the Japanese promos, last but not least, yeah, Bringing on the Heartbreak tells you there in English and Japanese, obviously, and I forget what this is because it doesn't tell you what the B-side is, but it will inside. So yeah, Bringing on the Heartbreak, and it's Me and My Wine is what the B-side for this one is. which it'll be probably the remixed versions again, because this will be 1984. And with this one, I got a batch of these from these Japanese ones. I got them all together from one chap who was selling them, and he basically said that if you ever see any of these two signs on a Japanese one, the top one means it's a promo, that one means not for sale, which is also an indication that it's a promo. So I thought I'll just hang on to that, it's useful. Bit of information. Back to this again, and it'll be another white label again with Bringing on the Heartbreak and Me and My Wine. So that concludes that little section, but there's more. Now moving on to the Hysteria singles. Bring them up, just watching how I do it. Okay. So the first single from Hysteria, Animal, and I have 2 copies of the 7-inch. They are both UK issues, Lep 1. Great picture of the band on the back here. Well, it's an old railway yard or station or something. Not sure where it is, but maybe Holland or England or something. So yeah, on the B-side we have Tear It Down, which was otherwise unavailable at the time. And for these, this is also at the time when they went with the custom labels, with the Def Leppard logo on it, Animal and Tear It Down. "22 minutes, and just keeping an eye on the time here. So that's 2 copies of Animal. Next song was Pour Some Sugar on Me. Just got 1 copy of this one, but Pour Some Sugar on Me can be tricky to get in good condition, and this one is in good condition, so I was jumping up and down when I got this. Lep 2, this is again the UK issue, and I absolutely adore this photograph. He's never looked cooler, never. So yeah, brilliant condition. And it's another custom sleeve, Pour Some Sugar on Me. And on the B side of this one, it was the excellent I Wanna Be Your Hero. I like that song as well. And also Ring of Fire's a good one. Slip them in there. Next up I have, this is the German issue of Pour Some Sugar on Me. Or the German or European maxi single. Now if you remember in my one of my previous videos, I showed the CD maxi single, the CD version of this, which also had Rocket. It has Rocket as the B-side here. I think there was a 3rd song on the CD single as well. I think it was Love and Affection Live or one of the live songs, I can't remember. So yep, this was a German issue, Pour Some Sugar on Me and Rocket, and it has a different photo on the back. This is a Mercury, and that's the catalogue number up here. And this one is on the Mercury label, and it's a blue one, and it's got the hole in the middle. So side 1, side 2 with Rocket. So that's the German issue. Next one is, of course, Armageddon, and this is the UK release as well, UK LEP 4, this one. What was LEP 3? I think that was Hysteria. I got them slightly the wrong way round, I think. Yeah, it was Hysteria. I don't have a 7-inch of Hysteria yet. I'm still getting that one because I've seen a few but they've not been in decent enough condition, so I'm looking for a decent one. I do have it on the, obviously the CD single. I've got it on the 12-inch as well, I think, which will come to. So Armageddon, the Atomic Mix, backed with Ring of Fire. And this one just comes on the standards silver bludgeon refola it has here, and Ring of Fire. You can get it as well where it has a white label and you've got Armageddon in the sort of breaking up letters. You've got it like that on it. So I'm after a copy with a white label, I think. I'm trying to track it down. Or do I have it? I can't remember. I've got another version of this I'm going to show you right this minute. Again, this is the limited edition poster bag of Armageddon as well, which was a UK, it was LEP P, 2 P's, signifying poster for the, oops, yeah. So there's the poster, there's the single, which is just the same, and yeah, this is also the silver label, so I'm after one with a white label. And the poster, I did have this before, back in the day, and I put the poster up on my wall and it was all sellotaped up and everything, so it ended up in the bin years later. So I sought out another find and I came across one eventually, and it's in really good condition. So that's what that looks like. On the other side, you've got a smaller poster of, I think it's just the band on stage. So yeah, that's cool to have that. And another Armageddon. This is the 7-inch picture disc. This is backed with Release Me, and this is the Canadian pressing. This was only issued in Canada. This one, it says made in Canada on the back down here, which you probably won't be able to, but yeah, it just comes in a generic sleeve. It's limited edition, it says up here. Next up, Love Bites. This is the standard UK issue, and it's LEP 5. This was my cousin's copy. She purchased this single at the time it was in the charts. I never bought any of the singles back in the day because I had the album and I just, at the time, didn't feel it was necessary to go and buy the singles. Or, you know, and being of school age anyway, it's not like I had money floating about to go and buy them willy-nilly sort of thing, as they say. So years later, my cousin was going through all around and said, "Bev, do you want this?" And she had Rocket as well, and she gave me Rocket. So yeah, it's got a little bit of wear. There's a split at the bottom of this as well. And Love Bites happens to be on the black custom label. On the B-side is Billy's Got a Gun Live. That's the Tilburg, Holland gig from June 1987. I would have loved to have been at that gig, it would have been so cool. So that is my first issue of Love Bites. Just going to watch with the sleeve when I'm putting this back. There we go. And I have another copy of Love Bites. This is the French issue. And I really wanted to get a copy of the French issue as well, because back in the day as well, I had a poster of this actual cover design, if you like, this print, but the poster was massive, and it was a promotional poster for their gig live at the Paris Bercy, whatever date it was, on the tour in 1988, and it was massive. Honestly, I don't know how I managed to get it up on the wall in my room. It needed so much blue tack to hold it up. I had to rearrange all the other posters I had at the time because my room was covered in them. I had to to make space for this one, and then everything, it took up half the wall. It was absolutely massive, but I no longer have that poster. So I wanted to get the French single, and it's in really good condition. On the B-side of this one though, as opposed to Billy's Got a Gun Live, we have Love and Affection live on the back of this. This is the Tilburg, Holland gig again, but it's just a different live song. And this is it's just the Silver Bludgeon Rafola record label on it. So, but yeah, it's in fantastic condition. Really delighted to have that one. Japanese promotional Love Bites. Love Bites is the song I have the most copies of. I think I told Finalizer this once when I was putting a comment about Def Leppard, and I think I've got about 12 or 14 different issues of Love Bites. So there we have the Japanese. And again, you've got the on the other side, you've got Pour Some Sugar on Me. I think it's a double A side. It's like a twin thing. It's Pour Some Sugar on Me and Love Bites. And again, this one is in. Oh no, this one's not on the white. It's not on the white vertical. It's on the black Mercury. So yeah, Pour Some Sugar on Me and Love Bites. So that's that one. Delighted to have that. And next up is Love Bites limited edition gatefold sleeve. I've got 2 copies of this one actually. This one is in a mint condition. It's absolutely brand new, like it's never been touched at all. This one is in excellent condition as well. Just a little bit more wear. And it comes with a complete Hysteria lyrics booklet if you got this gatefold one, and it was limited to so many. I don't know how many exactly. When you open it up though, let me just get this right. That's the booklet in the middle, and the gatefold itself. If you took the booklet out, you would have the band members there, kind of thing. So yeah, you've got every song on Hysteria, Woman Rocket, etc, etc, etc. Which is kind of nice to have. Gods of War, all the way up to Love and Affection. So that is the limited edition one. So 2 copies of that. Next one up is Rocket. This is the one that my cousin gave me out of her collection. Lep 6, and on the B-side we have Release Me by Stumpers Maximus and the Good Old Boys. This one, again, it comes on the silver Bludgeon Rafola instead of the black one with the Def Leppard logo. Rocket and Release Me, so yeah. I have also got the limited edition Brit pack of Rocket. This one is quite snugly in the sleeve. Let's see if I can pull it out. But this one contains 6 individual fact files of the band that came in this. This came out round about the time they were on the Brit Awards in 1989. It was about February 89-ish this was in the charts. So you open up the back and you have the single itself is on a plain sleeve. It's in a plain black generic sleeve and with a silver label. And your cards, you've got all 5 members of the band. There's 3 there, and John, Rick, and that one's just some stats about the band and it's got the singles, well, the UK and US single release date and the position in the charts, etc. So that is that one. So that is almost, that's as far as the music goes. The further 2 discs I have a Rock Sagas limited edition Chris Tetley interviews on 2 picture discs, 7 inches, but they're kind of in a square shape. And this has got 4 sides, side 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have this Chris Tetley disc on some other format as well. This interview was done in the 80s, and the main reason I wanted this is really just for that. I don't think I've ever actually played this because I've listened to it on the CD. And the other one is another set of picture disc interviews. This is the back-to-back limited edition. And I went to HMV one day and I saw it hanging up just like that. I thought, I've got to have that. But it's actually the same interview, which is on, it comes in a 12-inch picture disc version as well. There's a back-to-back one, and I think it's the same interview. And I think it's an interview from around 1981, because Joe does the interview, but I think he's talking about Pete Willis at one point as well. So it's quite an early interview, but my only gripe is there isn't a picture of Steve on this side, and you've got the picture of the whole band on the B-side of all of them. So yeah, but I've had that for years as well. So that concludes this section for my 7-inch discs. The next one will be the 12 inches, and this, because it's nearly 40 minutes, this is ridiculous. I might split the albums in the 12 inches into 2, but enough of that for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.